Stay, even for a moment, that's okay. Even if the sky is turning gray. Hey, we can talk it over, that's okay. It all away. I'm holding inside the words you wanna say. I'm a place for you to sing your heart away. Hey, we can talk it over, that's okay. I promise to the love we own is here to stay. Wake up from the bottom of the ocean floor. Do you want it? Yes, I do. Wake up from the bottom of the ocean floor. So you want it? Yes, I do.
Well done.
Oh, yesterday you drove to Atlanta for your acting class. I told you that I would go, but I have a habit of breaking promises. As soon as you left the house, I sat down on the couch, said a quick prayer for your drive, that you'd make it there alive. But then I thought to myself, but I have a habit of breaking promises. As soon as you left the house, I sat down on the couch, said a quick prayer for your drive, that you'd make it there alive. But then I thought to myself, but I have a habit of breaking promises. As soon as you left the house, I sat down on the couch, said a quick prayer for your drive, that you'd make it there alive. But then I thought to myself, but I have a habit of breaking promises. As soon as you left the house, I sat down on the couch, said a quick prayer for your drive, that you'd make it there alive. But then I thought to myself, but I have a habit of breaking promises. As soon as you left the house, I sat down on the couch, said a quick prayer for your drive, that you'd make it there alive. But then I thought to myself, but I have a habit of breaking promises. As soon as you left the house, I sat down on the couch, said a quick prayer for your drive, that you'd make it there alive. But then I thought to myself, well, I really should have gone, because something could really happen, and then you'd be gone from my life and home, from my goodbyes and from my hellos. Only God knows how I'd move on, how I'd keep breathing without you, without you. Later that afternoon, you came back to the house. You greeted me and the dog, and we kissed on the mouth. We cooked some vegan food that we saw on a show, and we argued about my tone of voice and the things I should already know. It took us half an hour, but we finally patched things up, and we sat down that afternoon. You came back to the house. You greeted me and the dog, and we kissed on the mouth. We cooked some vegan food that we saw on a show, and we argued about my tone of voice and the things I should already know. Half an hour, but we finally patched things up, and we sat down for dinner, water in our cups. Around that time I thought I could do this forever, just me and my woman. I don't think there's any like her. From
like to make sure we're on point. So 1, 2, 3, start swinging, guys. Here we go. A bit louder now. Come on, a bit louder. There we go. Please welcome into the room Mr. and Mrs. Mullen.
Apologise in advance because I will be reading off my phone, but just bear with me because I'm a bit nervous. I'm sure no one is surprised to see me with the mic in my hand, but as much as I said I wasn't going to speak today, I couldn't let the opportunity pass, no matter how many sips of Prosecco it'll take me to get through it. Knowing me, I speak at the speed of lightning, so I'll no doubt have the Venga boss at the back of the room telling me to slow down. Slow down. I firstly want to mention our amazing suppliers today. Our photographers, Simple Tapestry, who we knew we wanted to have capture our day since we first saw their work at many of our friends' weddings over the years. And especially a big thank you to Capture and Guinness at the start of the week. You don't know how much that means to me. Secondly, to our videographers, Nice to Look. And lastly, to Pulafuka, Jen and Ivan. You've made the day everything that we could have wanted and appreciate you always being at the end of an email. I'd also like to thank each and every one of you for celebrating with us today. It means the absolute world to have all of our favourite people in one room, and we hope you all enjoy your day. In line with thanks, I'd like to thank my new family, the Mullins. Fiona, Ashton and Ciara, thank you for being such supportive sister-in-laws and welcoming me as a fourth sister into the Mullen house. To Olivia, Erin and Noah, thank you for having me as an extra auntie, and Erin and Olivia for being our beautiful flower girls today. To John and Mona, thank you for being the best in-laws. Mona, you're always there to check in if I'm not well, to see how we are, make endless cups of tea and a Sunday roast for us. John, by now you must be sick of visiting us, as you always get put to work or we find you a job to do. To my bridesmaids, I could not have picked better friends. Alice, you've always been like a sister to me. No matter where we are in the world, there is most likely never a day that we don't speak, and I would never change that. Katrina, my yes girl, the one who will always go along with my wild ideas. From joining every sports team under the sun to getting matching tattoos, which we didn't go through with in the end. Jenny, my first ever play date when I moved to Dublin, and my forever friend. It was an honour to stand by your side at your wedding and an honour to have you with me today. Laura, by each other's sides for 24 years. As much as you say you're like an annoying sibling who pushes me to do things I don't want to do, I would never change it. To the groomsmen, I have always said that somebody's friends are a representation of themselves, and when I met Steve, I was sure he must have a very calm, collected group of friends given his nature, and then I met you. But in all seriousness, I am so lucky to be able to call you my friends as well. James, you're always on hand whenever we need something moved, fixed or built. Park, who became my colleague to my agony aunt, and Mark, who I can always rely on for a weekly Dunn's voucher. I am so grateful to have you all and for Steve to have his best friends by his side. To my own family, my brother Man. Throughout my whole life, you've been there to guide the way and to hold the door. You've always defended me, been proud of me and supported me. Whether it was taking the blame for being caught with what we'll say is contraband behind the prefabs, which I still got grounded for, or visiting me when I was homesick in uni, to being the best friend to do our travelling life with, I couldn't have asked for a better brother, and now to see you as a dad to the beautiful little Hudson. You and Bridie are already the best parents, and I'm so grateful to have a sister-in-law like you, Bridie. Thank you for also looking after my brother and being a fantastic addition to the Adams family. To my own parents, Jane and Keith, Mum and Dad. I honestly think Matt and I are the luckiest kids in the world to have parents like you and to also have 4 amazing grandparents in our lives. The life experience you have given us travelled the world and shown us not to be scared of opportunity and change. You live your lives to the absolute full and have the best relationship. I am so grateful that I have parents that I can call at any time of the day and nothing is ever too big of an ask. Stephen and I are so grateful for all of your support, and even though you might be sick of us tagging along on your holidays and day trips, it's not going to stop. I aspire to have a relationship like yours, and thank you for always giving me the best love and advice. Yes. Now, finally, to my husband, Stephen.
That's you.
I'm sure you thought this day would never come, especially after we missed our flight home from Bali with a new one costing $2,000, to which you turned to me and said, well, that's a wedding postponed if we're paying for this. Thank God Emirates let us on that flight for free. I couldn't pass the opportunity on telling everyone how amazing you are. Never did I think the boy who kept his granola on top of the work kitchen cupboards would become my husband one day. Despite how many people were adamant we were meant to be together, I liked to pretend it was all nonsense until I couldn't anymore and finally decided to see if you did fancy me. I don't think many couples can say that they don't watch TV and sit and talk all evening putting the world to rights, or spend 3 months glued together travelling around the world, or work from home 5 days a week and still not get sick of each other. You've pushed me to do things I never thought I was brave enough to do. You've always been there for me no matter what, and of course being the best dog dad to Guinness. I honestly couldn't think of anyone better to do life with. You make me laugh daily, make every day fun, and turn life into an adventure. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us, and can't wait to start this next chapter with you from today.
All right, folks. Hope everybody enjoyed their meal. We're just about to kick off the speeches here. I'm going to start with this very handsome gentleman beside me, the father of the groom, John.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful day here in Wicklow. I'd like to thank you all for making this journey here today, especially those who have travelled a long distance to celebrate with Stephen and Beth. It gives me great pleasure to officially welcome Beth into the Mullen family. It's a joy to have you with us, not just today, but as part of our lives going forward. As Stephen celebrates another birthday this weekend, I found myself wondering how many more weekends before would say some good things about it. We have to wait. And Stephen and Beth, I wish you all both the best. A lifetime of love, laughter, and happiness as you begin this new and exciting chapter together. So, if you raise your glasses to toast Mr. and Mrs. Mullen.
Thank you, John.
That's it. Cheers.
Thank you very much, John. So next up is Keith. And I've been keeping in touch with Keith throughout the year, and you could feel week on week there was this massive anticipation of a huge celebration with family and friends, so we can stand here today and say, Beth, Leeds are back in the Premier League. So here to discuss recruitment for the new season is Keith.
What an MC, eh? Big round of applause for Porrick. Couldn't even say the name right. Bad stutters here. Anyway, lovely to see you all. Don't know why I have the mic, because I shout loud enough that I don't need a mic. So, I've got about 20 pages here. There's bets going on down in the corner as to how long it'll be before I start crying. I think I've cried most of the day, so Robin, it's not looking good. I've got 4 minutes, so when I go beyond 4 minutes, I'm in the money. So keep nipping me here, okay? Anyway, as you all now know, my name is Keith. I'm the father of this beautiful bride. Woo, that's the first hurdle over. And now, father-in-law to Stephen. No, it's not, unfortunately. It's really a pleasure and a delight. He even lets me nearly win at golf. Will I tell them about yesterday? No, I won't. No, look, it's fantastic to see so many people here today, so many family, friends, and new family as well. John, Mona, girls, young girls, and young man. Where's Noah gone? He's over there. It's great to have you all as part of the wider family, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you over the coming years as we all celebrate various birthdays, John. And we might say nice things about him. You might even hear some nice things tonight from some people. Not me. But anyway, I've just spoiled the next part of my joke, my speech, because what I was going to say was, talking to my good friend Austin down in the corner, I said to him, I'm really worried about this because public speaking is not a problem, but this is very, very different. And he said, well, if it's going to trip you up, leave it out. So I thought, do you know what? Mic drop. But no, I think I'm bigger than that. I think. So how many minutes have I got now? Is that? Excellent, thank you. But no, look, they do say this is one of the toughest days of a father's life, to make a speech at any of their children's weddings. But especially whenever you're the father of the bride, and she is supposed to be the attention of the day, and she certainly has been the attention of the day, and Stephen's come a close second. I can't believe Stephen actually left food tonight. For everyone to know Stephen, that just doesn't happen. Stephen eats about 3 meals for every one I eat. So if he comes to your house to visit, make sure, those of you that don't know him, make sure that you prepare plenty of food for him. So look, it's been a fantastic day, and it's been brilliant working Dora. That was only put in there for fun, because Beth loves it whenever her and the dog get mixed up. I'm only joking, darling. Well, I could have said Guinness, but Stephen would get upset. So where was I? Yes. So walking her down the aisle, it was traumatic. It was in a nice way. But then I thought about who I was handing her over to. And as Porrick's already mentioned, I was handing her over to a Man United supporter. And seriously, someone that comes from the other side of the Pennines as a supporter. But I think it's important actually even today that we maybe just take 30 seconds of silence and just remember the hard year that United have had. In fact, if it wasn't for 3 crap teams in the Premiership, United would now be playing in the Championship next year. And Leeds would be in the Premiership. Isn't that right, Porrick? Sorry, David. Didn't mean to offend United. But anyway, I think that's nearly page 1 done. So, where am I? It wasn't easy doing it, but it's been a fantastic day. And Beth, your mum and I are both really, really proud to see you here today with Stephen and having a really wonderful day. And I know you've really enjoyed it. Despite all the stress and strain that you've been going through.
It's a miracle I'm here.
Over the last, I don't know how many months, but it's been fantastic. And Stephen, Jane and I want to thank you for the love that you have shown Beth, and of course Guinness. There was a lot of discussion as to whether Guinness would be here today. Everyone knows who Guinness is, yes? Of course you do. If you don't know who Guinness is, you shouldn't actually be here. And Stephen has really taken Guinness to his heart. People were talking today, Fiona was talking, the celebrant, about Stephen's, actually there's a lot of my speech stolen today, but anyway, about how Stephen tried to woo Beth through the GAA, and Beth resisted. But he persevered, but he didn't know he was getting a third party to that relationship. But he seemed to cope well, until apparently one night, late in the evening, Guinness is a bit sort of dodgy sometimes with the old innards. And he was up and he was making all these noises. And Beth said she could hear this down the stairs going, "Guinness, die!" But I know he didn't mean it. I know he really didn't mean it. Well, look, they say you're supposed to celebrate the bride as the father of the bride. And where do I start? Beth has so many traits. She's a wonderful daughter. She's a wonderful sister and sister-in-law. But she has, at times, a penchant for the dramatic, as well as being very strong-willed and focused. Am I wrong? Who's brave enough to say it? Not me. And this came out at a very, very early age, when Beth was still in nappies. One day, Beth decided, you know what? It's time I came out of nappies. So she took her nappy off and decided to engage in creative art on the windows. Am I still okay?
Keep going.
But, and Jane and I, many, many times over the years, we have said, if Beth had been the first, Matthew, there'd have been no second. But in truth, we love you both. And we wouldn't be without you. You've been fantastic, both of you. So, Beth, as it was mentioned earlier on today, embraces sport. She's always been into sport. She's always tried her hand at anything, whether it was hockey, tag rugby, football, yes, anything else. Then she decided to take up GAA, and that's where apparently, as you heard earlier, she met your man, or your man had an eye on her. And I didn't go into the whole story because Fiona told you earlier on about it. But you know what, Stephen? God loves a trier. And Stephen's known for his many, many catchphrases, as I'm sure you know. And there's one that obviously worked out. It was his laser focus. Stephen always says, it's laser focus. That's what gets you through. Isn't that right, Stephen? It is. Laser focus. So obviously that worked on that occasion. But going on, Beth is also very accident prone. Yeah, Beth has spent her life going through challenges. In fact, there was a rumour that my job took me to Poland back in 1998, but in reality it was Jane and I trying to escape social services. Because at that stage, Beth had been in every A&E in both Belfast and North Down. And you're way ahead of me, dear. It's all right, I'll hand over in a minute. And that was only by the age of 4. But she decided she'd keep on going. So Beth has now become internationally famous in hospitals. She's been in hospitals in America, in Austria, in Dublin, and more recently in Asia, in Thailand, when apparently her and Stephen went for a little stroll across a waterfall. And somehow or other, Stephen says he knows nothing about it. Beth fell down the waterfall. And in fairness, we are blessed that she fell the right side and she fell into water. We didn't know anything about this. And the next morning, we actually got a call from Beth, covered in bandages, straps on her legs and everything. And all we could hear in the background was Stephen going, "Don't go chasing waterfalls." But we don't believe he had anything to do with it. Beth says she did hear him shouting, "Beth, the mummy!" Beth is also an organiser. And today wouldn't have happened without Beth. Many people here have said, "Great day. You and Jane have done a great job." I'm going, "Well, actually, we didn't do anything. Beth did it all. We just turned up." Isn't that right, Stephen? Stephen did a little bit. I mean, a little bit. But whenever they decided that, yeah, they were going to get married, Beth being Beth, the whiteboard came out, the Excel spreadsheets come out, project plans, everything, and Stephen sent photos. We got photo updates from Stephen of Beth working. And what else did Stephen do? Oh yeah, he sent photos. Yeah, he was good at photos. He was good at doing that. But it was all worth it. It's been a fantastic day. And I know thanks have been already given by Beth to everyone here and to the staff. And I know Mark will acknowledge it as well. But like the food has been fantastic. It really has. And I think we'll be well sated tonight in terms of what was put in front of us. So maybe we'll just show a round of applause too. And just at this point, I want to say a big thank you to Alice, wherever she... Oh, there she's over there.
You can come in.
Come in, Alice. Oh, come in, come in. A round of applause for Alice. Have I had 10 minutes yet?
20.
Bradley, out. Bradley, the bad corner's down there. You can go and sit with them. Well, look, Alice and the rest of the bridesmaids, thank you very much for today. You've been fantastic. You looked stunning, and I know you've all been a great support to Beth. So thank you very much, one and all. Like I've said, Beth did a lot of the planning, and Beth's been she's very focused, she's very driven, very single-minded in terms of what she wants. And I remember when Stephen came to talk to me about proposing to Beth, he met me in a coffee shop where I had to buy the coffee. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, Stephen, I did buy the coffee. And his first words to me were, "You know why I'm here?" I said, "Yeah, I've sort of guessed it." He says, "But I was told that I'm not here to ask you, I'm here to tell you."
You're not here to get permission, but a blessing.
Sorry, I'm not here to get permission, but to get a blessing. Same thing, really, isn't it? But anyway, we were delighted, and we just want to know, is she clearing out her bedroom? Can we have the room back? No, but look, in all seriousness, Beth is a very kind, very caring person. She's always willing to lend an ear, and she'll show love and support to whoever needs it. She's built close friendships all the way through her life, and she's kept them, and that's evidenced very much by all of the people in the room today, and especially those sitting over here who started going to school with Beth at primary school, and then through secondary school. And I know there's many more in the room. You know, I'm looking at the Stanley girls, the Webb girls, Rachel, Katrina, others. But when I look at Leif and Anna and, where are you? Laura and Jenny. I couldn't see you there. I was looking, you know, and I know their names. I just couldn't see them. They all used to sit, and they all had their own little cups in the house for tea, and they would come around the house and they would all have their cups of tea, and they all had their names painted on their cups, and it was all lovely. And look at these innocent little girls sitting there like little Irish mammies. But you know what? They knew how to party as well. You know, Bective Rugby Club on a Friday night was a whole different ball game. You know, they all went out all very primly dressed, but straight into the toilets at the rugby club, into the short gear and the dancing gear, and then out for a party. I'm not saying Beth has a drink problem or anything like that, but they did know how to party. And I do remember one stage where I saw the other side of Beth one morning when she was staying overnight. I can't remember whose house it was at, But I got a phone call. She was supposed to go to hockey the next morning. And I got a phone call going, Daddy, I'm not feeling very well. Could you pick me up at the train station? I think I have a bug. Anyway, I'll say no more about that. But anyway, Beth, your caring attitude has always shone through. And even when you picked your university course, after seeing a deaf man, you were struck by the challenges that he faced. And it pushed you down a path and to do interpreting. And so you went off to Wolverhampton to study deaf studies and linguistics, which was all great until the day came and we took Beth to Wolverhampton to move her into dorms. And Beth was having none of it. Beth decided, no, I'm not staying here, I'm coming home. So like Jane and I are there, quick Jane, close the door, quick, we're going, get the train. But Matthew came to the rescue. Beth's already alluded to it earlier, or referenced it earlier when she said Matthew was very good, came down and supported her. But he gave her good words of advice and said to her, look Beth, first thing you do is go into the kitchen. First person you see, ask them for a cup of sugar. And you know what? It worked and she never looked back from that day. And she went on to finish her degree, do a postgrad, and build a very successful career for herself. So look, Beth, you look absolutely amazing today. And as I said earlier, all the stress and the strife, it's been worth it. You just need to enjoy, and I think you have enjoyed the day, and enjoy the rest of the day, and enjoy the rest of your life, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. So, no, seriously, we wish you all the best. Anyone ready? Need a toilet break? No. Now, the groom, what to say about Stephen? This was the tricky bit. I actually had to be careful that I didn't say more about Stephen than Beth. So anyway, Stephen, as I've said, you're very welcome to the family. Even if you did think it was funny, one day to put a Man United mug in my cupboard and hide my Leeds United mug. Stephen thought this was hilarious. When I went to open the cupboard, big, red, dirty Man United mug just looking at me in the face. I go, where's my Leeds mug? I don't know. But anyway, Stephen, I think it's only fair that you embrace your father-in-law's passions. And Porrick has a few presentations for you.
Transfer day.
Transfer sheet's not open yet, but get photos. It's a tradition, Stephen. Matthew has a shirt. Even baby Hudson has a baby grow. Now you have a shirt. So you're very welcome. I expect to see that in your cupboard. That's press for the southern people here, okay? Right, I have an audience participation session. How many people here have had the pleasure of having Beth and Stephen at a wedding? Hands up. Look at the hands going up everywhere. Wow. Do you want to know a little secret about Beth and Stephen at those weddings? Every one of those wedding pictures, when you go back and look at them, see the tie that Stephen's wearing? They're my ties. Stephen doesn't own any ties. Every time there's a wedding, it's, Keith, any chance I could borrow a tie? So, again, I think it's important, and I'm going to please beg John and Mona,
Buy him a tie.
Ciara, Ashley and Fiona, please start buying him ties for his birthday and for Christmas. But to keep you going, Stephen, we have a few more gifts for you. I have to say the tie selection's fantastic. If anyone wants to borrow a tie, just give me a call. The only person I know who has more ties than me is that man sitting down in the corner, Austin Hogan. I remember going to Austin's house one time, opening, he said, you'll get a tie in the drawer. I pulled out the drawer, and there must have been 50 ties, all perfectly folded and placed in the drawer. That's the man that knows fashion down there. Anyway, so, Stephen, we're getting near the end, you can relax. Stephen, again, back to the sporting theme. Stephen's a fitness fanatic, as you all know, and he loves his exercise, he loves his protein. But I got a little bit worried only a few weeks ago when he was saying, I'm getting really worried here, Beth. I'm not sure my guns are going to fit into my shirt. And at that stage, I was thinking, my goodness, guns? What sort of guy is this? And then Beth, it's okay, Dad. It's not real guns. It's his muscles. That's what he calls them. Stephen, we need to see those guns. Come on, Stephen. Stand up. Stand up. So look, I could go on all night about Stephen, but I can't because I'm sure others are much better placed than I to do it. But look, Stephen, your one-liners are fantastic. The laser focus, the never in doubt. That's a good one when it comes to Man United. Never in doubt. I was never in doubt. They were always going to draw against 10 men. But it's been a pleasure. I look forward to the coming years and a lot more banter. And I know that you've been both a tower of strength and support for each other. Again, has been said many times today. You know, so John, Mona, you've brought up a fantastic young lad here. You really have, and you should be very proud of him. I know your sisters are very proud of you as well, and your nieces look up to you. Well, they have to, you're so bloody tall. And your little nephew, Noah. But we know that you'll make a wonderful husband to Beth, and we know that Beth will make a wonderful wife for you. And we genuinely know that you do truly love Guinness. Even though you do your damnedest to kill him and leaving out food bags and so forth. But you're a tower of strength for each other and you've been great support. And it very much echoes the sentiment of the poem, I think, that Jane read earlier today about scaffolding. And that really demonstrated it in terms of how these two work together. So, getting near the end, it's about words of wisdom, words of advice. I'm sort of debating who I should give the mic to now, because I'm not really sure I'm best placed. Probably I should just give it to Jane. But I know there's somebody else in the room here who really considers themselves an expert on marriage guidance. Every time we go golfing, isn't that right, Paul? Every time we go golfing, if there's a hen or a stag, I look and my good friend Mr. Stanley is over in the middle of the going, now this is what you need to do. Now you see, he considers himself very good in the marriage guidance front. Aileen, would that be any truth in that? Or no, okay, right. So don't go to Paul for advice. But no, look, plenty of people are going to give you advice, and you've got a lot today, and it's all been very good. And that'll be the theme. Some will be useful, some not so useful. And you're going to have to figure it out for yourselves. But please do always listen, because even though you think parents, siblings, others don't know what they're talking about, there's experience around you. And sometimes you just need to go and reflect on it. So listen. My advice is listen. And always remember that marriage is a partnership. You share everything, both good and bad. The mundane, the exciting. You're in it together for the long haul. And make sure that you enjoy every minute of it. Again, I'm just echoing everything that's been said today. All I could think of today was, there's another bit of my speech gone. There's another bit gone. There's another bit gone. But I thought, sure, I've got the mic, who cares? I can say it all again anyway. So, I just was thinking then, if I draw from my own experiences, what could I tell you? And I thought, well, I recall one day sitting down, and I was sitting, relaxing, watching TV. Jim, would you stop looking to see how many pages are left? I was watching TV and Jane came along, and Jane's very affectionate, and she came down, she sat down beside me and cuddled up, and she says to me, what's on TV? I said, dust. And that was when the fighting started. So, don't be cheeky. Don't be sarcastic. Be truthful. Anyway, never ever go to bed on an angry word. Again, it was said today. And push your way through the hard times. And believe that there is always a bright tomorrow. Okay, so before we raise a toast, Beth. What? Beth, I've always said for a long, long time that the song Changes by Ozzy and Kelly Osbourne. that Beth and I would sing it. I would sing it at her wedding. Not that I can sing, but anyway, as you're going to find out. So, but then Beth short-circuited that. She obviously was going, there is no chance. And so for my 60th birthday, she decided that she would take me to the local recording studio, and we recorded a duet of Changes by Ozzy and Kelly Osbourne. But I thought it was appropriate just to play one verse off it tonight because the words are very relevant. So, hit the button. Where's your mic?
I love her so, but it's too late now. I've let her go.
Corey, that's the wrong one.
We're going through changes. We're going through changes.
Right, that's it. By the way, there are copies out in the foyer, so €10 a pop if you want to buy one. I'm still trying to get into the top 2,000. But anyway, going to finish off now and say, Stephen, look after Beth. Beth, look after Stephen. You're superbly met for each other. And Jane and I wish you both a very long and happy future together. And may all your dreams and wishes come true. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding and raise your glasses to the bride and groom.